So we'll move on to bonus fight number 2 as we pretty much, and this one comes from Saeedofwar. I hope I'm saying his name right, her name right. He pits the likes of Selene from Underworld versus Blade. Well, the movie version of Blade. Yeah, I thought this was fun. I thought this was interesting, and I was gonna save this fight, but I was like, you know what? What the hell? Let me do it now. So let's kick it off with Selene. All right, Selene in the Underworld series, the main protagonist in the Underworld series. She was portrayed. It was the actor who portrayed the character was the very talented and lovely Kate Beckinsale. And her character, guys, believe it or not, is actually loosely based off of Marvel Comics character of the same name, Selene, from the X-Men universe. Believe it or not. You see through the movie, guys, Selene's personality is she's very headstrong, a little bit stubborn, but keen, extremely intelligent. She lives by almost that code of DTA, don't trust nobody. She's very passionate about finding the truth and everything like that. A lot of things you would figure for a strong female character to have, and Kate Beckinsale played it so well. And then of course it's her abilities, her skills. She was profound with all types of weapons. We saw her use guns and ancient and modern weapons. We've seen her use projectiles like melee throwing weapons as well. We've seen her. She's expert at hand-to-hand combat. And we've seen her do things with her vampiric abilities, from being superior, physically stronger than people. I've seen her at one point hold what's the character name? Scott Speedman's character, Michael. I've seen him pin her against a wall several feet off the ground just with one hand. She, everything you would think of with a vampire, she had that ability. Very good character. So moving on to basically Blade. And Blade, of course, we all should know, was in the movies. He was portrayed by the actor Wesley Snipes. And excuse me. And in the movie version of Blade, he pretty much lived up to the same monarch that Blade has in the comics. He had all their strengths, all the vampire strengths, and none of their weaknesses. Except for thirst for blood, so he had to take a serum for that. He had superhuman strength, speed, stamina, agility, reflexes, senses. He had a healing factor. He aged slower than vampires. He was a master martial artist. And of course, his famous sword, he was really good with that. He still lived up to pretty much what Blade was, to take out all the vampires that doomed him to what he is. He blamed, the vampires, Deacon Frost for biting his mom and turning him into, what he is. He's a half-breed, but he can easily dominate any vampire. Mostly we saw, and he thinks on his feet very quickly. He's thinks very fastly on his feet how to defeat most of the vampires. But he definitely, gotta give Wesley Snipes a lot of credit. He did a great job portraying the character, very much. So moving on to a fight in this this would be very interesting. This would be fun too because you know, you probably never will never see this happen, but could you imagine Selena meeting movie version Blade or Blade meeting Selena? Right off the bat, Blade probably would, or maybe even both of them would probably attack each other. Blade, of course, she's a vampire, so he kind of gonna live up to that monarch of, okay. But I can see this fight going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for a while until these two realize that maybe we're on the same side, or uh, they're gonna heal from wounds, But with Blade having all the strengths of a vampire and none of their weaknesses, Blade has been able to take out some very high-powered, strong vampires. But I don't think he's ever faced a female vampire with the skills of Selena. And I, for one, would love to see this. Both characters going to really have to think on their toes. They're going to have to overcome many of their, I could say, flaws in a sense, if they have flaws. But definitely, it'd be a heck of a fight. But for me, guys, I say draw. So what about you? Selena or Blade? And I hope you guys enjoyed this fight. Show some love for Saeedofwar. I hope I'm saying it once again. And 2 fights down, 2 more to go. And I'll see you guys soon with the next fight. Take care.